Reverend, would you please tell me a little bit about how Jazz Mass came to be?
Yes, well, I came to St. Paul's almost 9 years ago and saw the people that were already here and began to anticipate ways that we might expand the musical offering that we had here, partly because of my own musical tastes, which are extremely eclectic, and knew that there was already a jazz saxophonist in the congregation, John Rohde, who is a very committed parishioner here. He served on the vestry, and he gets liturgy. He loves the traditional liturgies that we do, and because of that, because of his respect for that, he's really able then to integrate the more contemporary music into what is a fairly traditional service here, and a congregation that typically likes more traditional liturgies, but they love what we do here.
I am a parishioner here and have been for, 10 or 15 years. And we started doing these a couple of years ago. I also put together all the music. I do the arrangements and the transcribing. And I'm a saxophone player primarily, and a reluctant singer. But that's one of the roles that I adopt here as well.
The service is first Sunday, right?
Yeah, the services are the first Sunday of every month. And the group is, we have all played together since the mid-'80s in various formations and different instrumentation as well, but we've known each other that long. And so when this kind of fell in my lap, I knew exactly the people I wanted to have involved. And luckily they were all available, and they've been not just willing to do it, but they've really enjoy it and look forward to it.
It's going to sound corny, but it's more of a kind of my way of giving glory to God in a way that we can do it. You know what I mean? Like, you have these beautiful choirs, you have the beautiful organists and string quartets and everything, and it's sort of fun to have the music that we play impact people and to watch them be impacted by it at the Mass. That's what's fun for me.
People typically, especially in the Episcopal tradition, think church music has to be with an organ. And interestingly, one of the phrases that people like to talk about is ancient future. And ancient liturgical music, going back pre-Christian music, if you look at Psalm 150, Psalm 150 talks about praising God with lyre and harp and cymbal and stringed instruments and the ram's horn. Well, that sounds a lot more like John Rohde's band than it does our organ.
We sing maybe one hymn, but the rest of the music is either jazz music or singer-songwriter or gospel. And sometimes we do things that people know. A lot of the social protest music from the late 60s and early 70s is very applicable in this place. And so sometimes there's going to be songs that people are going to be very familiar with, and sometimes they sing along. And sometimes things are going to be a little more obscure, but that's what we try to keep it as much as we can with the readings that are appointed for Sundays.
The traditionalists probably are like, but we've had a bunch of traditionalists come around, how I would describe it is basically it's something different. It's not anything that you probably have ever seen. And if people are open to different musical experiences, You know, I think that they can find something in it that's fun and interesting. And the cool part about this is that it's grown from the first time that we did it. There were very few people involved, you know, or it came to the Mass. And then as we've done it and done it and done it, a lot more people have come.
I think of ourselves as both a center for excellence in liturgy and music, but also a kind of a laboratory. What has to maintain always is that it is done in an excellent way.